Good day everybody, welcome back to the studio. Hope everybody's doing well. Today I'm going to be trying out this veining technique with some different pigments. So what I've got here is these three pigment pastes. They are all transparent, ruby red, and I've mixed it just to be nice and transparent. And I've got port wine. This one's not quite that transparent, but we'll see how we go. And I've got black cherry here. That's the most transparent out of all of them. And I've got some deep amber, my favorite liquid pigment, about 7 drops in about an ounce. So that's beautiful and transparent. And I've got some satin white pigment in here. So let's see how we go with it. Now at the end of this video I will show you what not to do and what not to use, because I've already tried something and it did not turn into a veining effect. It just didn't turn into anything. Alright, but they did turn into something. I'll show you right real quickly, but definitely not that effect, but they're still turned out nicely. So I'll pop a little magnet in the back, and yeah, it can be a fridge magnet. So anyway, let's go in with the ruby red. Just cover the whole. Oh, that's so gorgeous. Everything is going in, so I'm going about halfway, and I'm going to go in here with this. Oh, it looks a little bit too dark, but anyway, let's see what happens. All of it in. Yep, maybe a bit more. I always leave a little bit left in there. And here with the black cherry, which I've mixed to be quite transparent. And my gorgeous tint, deep amber. And it goes, the whole thing. Might zap it a little bit, get those bubbles out. Righto, that is that done. And I'm going to go straight in with my white. From up high. Whoa, I'd have to mix some more. Change hands here. Okay, now I'm going to go from way up high with my clear, just to help the movement, and these need it more than that one's almost full. So I'm just going to go from way up here. Just watching the level. And over here. That will pull in a little bit here. And maybe a smidgen over here. Well, they are pretty much full. I think maybe a little bit more over here. going to be really tricky using the heat gun now because they're pretty full. But anyway, let me keep it. Oh, wow, that could have been a disaster. Oh, lucky I caught it. Right, let me just get my heat gun now. So that was just on low, and I can see the bottom, I can see the dark around there, so it's not going to cover the whole thing. Not sure what's going to happen there. Very interesting. But these two are definitely working because they are more transparent. Let's go again on a higher now, from up high. More. Well, it's going to be very interesting. All right, now we're going to leave that and come back in a few hours. Okay, so nothing was really happening here, so I decided to do like a little swirl with the heat gun just to see what happens. That's looking cool on this side, but we'll see whether it actually does anything on the other side. So just want to move this guy over that way, and hopefully it will move to the middle. I'll try this trick. Come on, get under there. Here we go. No, it really does not want to move. It just wants to stay there. How interesting. I think that will... I might just give it some more. That's a really long time to hold the heat gun over your resin. But I know that this resin can handle it. I've got a couple of hairs. No, just a bit of dust. Get out. Right, so that's really interesting. And so is that. Just looks like a wave. That way and this way. Can't help myself, guys. But I'm only got sort of skimming off the top. Not going down at all, just pulling this just because I like how it looks. Alright, I better leave it alone because, you know, it defeats the purpose, so I'll just leave it like that. Now, just showing you some close-ups. Check this one out. This is unbelievable. Uh-oh, what is that black thing? Okay, I got rid of it, but look at that. And that one is so interesting too. Almost looks like a spider web. And then, of course, this one. We shall see what this looks like underneath. I got my little dragonfly. I always have this mold handy so that I can put the rest of my unused resin in there. Anyway, let's see how it turns out. See you soon. Okay, boys and girls, look at this. I already demolded them. It's been about 4 hours. Like I said, this is the Platinum 360 Plus fast setting, so they're still a little bit fragile, mainly on the edges there. You can sort of feel a little bit soft, but other than that, they're pretty safe to unmold. And so here we go. This was the first one, which was the ruby red. That side kind of stay. This is really delicate and pretty. Just reminds me of a rose. And this here was the port wine. Gorgeous color. You're not even getting the right color. It's so nice. And here we go. Look at that. That definitely looks like a rose to me. But look at the difference. Difference in the effect. And that's because I did that swirly thing. And now I'm going to have to do another one, just to see if I can get the same sort of bubble like effect like in here. I don't know, like a snail. I don't know. And here we go. We got some veining here. This is gorgeous. Really like multi-dimensional, and even these little stripy effects that I got on the side there, just unbelievable what resin does and what these pigments do with resin. This is really pretty, really pretty. And then there was that amber. I absolutely love this side as well, and I know that you can't really see, the camera doesn't pick up the depth. I've got the same stripes here, and just the bubbles, the colorful colored bubbles inside there. It's just so amazing. It even looks a bit like a pearl. That part there looks like a pearl in a shell or something. And then this side here, where I've got the veins. Very interesting, I can tell you that. I really love them. I love them, I love them, I love them. And my dragonfly is still not set, I think, because this was more of a spread out, more spread out, and I put a lot of heat into it that they set up real quick. But my dragonfly is not ready just yet. Wow. Let me know, what do you think? What do you think? And what would you call this? What would you call this sort of effect? I don't know. I don't know. Let me know. Okay, so just really quickly to show you what doesn't work to create these veining effects. Definitely metallics, they don't work. And I also used a pearl white here instead of the satin white, so it didn't work. And I tried to do, well, I had little, oh my god, that sangria red is so amazing, and it's more opaque than I thought. And the midnight black going on there, and some more pearl white and some more clear, and a lot of blasting created some really lovely effects on the top of it. Look at all those bubbles, but it didn't really work well. They still look pretty, and there's a glimpse of a little bit of veining, but not